So when it comes to cooking, there's one method that reigns supreme over all other methods of cooking in terms of retaining the most amount of nutrients and also, in my opinion, tasting the best. It's steaming, and it's very simple. So just follow me along the video and you'll be fine. So first off, obviously you want to wash your vegetables. Pretty simple, don't need to fuss too much about it, just give it a good scrub and yeah. Alright, so now in terms of tools, obviously you're going to need some steamers. They're super simple. I bought these at IKEA. You can find bamboo ones in pretty much any Asian shop, but I prefer the metal ones. And you're going to need somewhere to cook your food, obviously. I have this simple one plate kind of thing here on the farm I'm living at the moment. You'll get a house tour, but this is part of the kitchen anyway. And I like to weigh my food actually, because it's an easy way to keep track of how much food you're going to want to make. Like I know I'm going to need about 1,000 calories at this meal, and so I make a rough estimate of that and pretty much just weigh it out. In terms of what vegetables are good for steaming, pretty much anything, but the ones that actually is tasty on their own are things like sweet potatoes, regular potatoes, pumpkins, broccoli, cauliflower, cabbage, cassava. If you haven't seen that before, that's really tasty, really dense, and yeah, good taste. But anyway, pumpkins and sweet potatoes, very good. So now I'm gonna chop the vegetables up and place them in the steamer, and I'll show you how it's done later. Alright, my vegetables are chopped up. Now, the important thing here is to basically keep everything at pretty much the same size and thickness. You can see this is about 1 inch, and that seems to do well for pretty much everything. You don't want to stack anything on top of each other. If I did this, the sweet potato would take double the amount of time to cook, so don't do that. Keep it a bit separate from each other, let the steam go through everything, and keep it in layers. The bottom one will be finished a little bit before the top one, so keep that in mind. It can be a good idea to keep the the vegetables that take the longest time to cook at the bottom. I'm going to put in the broccoli in, when there's like 5 minutes left of the steaming process, because that's, it cooks very quickly. So anyway, yeah, let's boil up some water and put it on the steamer. Alright, so my water is starting to steam. There's no need for it to wait for it to boil completely, but you can even put it on from the beginning. I just like to wait a little bit. So there we go, stacked nicely, lid on. And the nice thing about this is you can just check the finishedness of everything along the way, and just stab it with a fork, and I'll show you how it's done later. Okay, so some time has passed. I'm gonna put in my broccoli. It's steaming nicely in here. Sorry about the angle, by the way. That's how it is when there's no cameraman. The broccoli I'm just gonna throw on top of everything else because it's kind of fluffy and doesn't really block out any of the steam on the other stuff. Also gonna check with a fork and see if it's any progression. It's starting to soften, but definitely needs a lot longer time. Alright, we'll check back to it in 5 minutes or something. Alright, so I just checked and some of the sweet potato is done. It's pretty simple, you just need to stick it with a fork, and if it goes cleanly into it without kind of crunching or anything, just soft, not too soft, but soft enough, it's done. And I'm going to take it out here on the plate to leave it for the rest of the food. So the food is done. This is about 1,000 calories. Good meal for anyone. Obviously you need to eat larger portions when there's only vegetables and no oil and stuff involved. This is pretty awesome. I love eating like this, super simple. You can really taste the different tastes in the food. Much more, feels like you're eating food rather than some strange concoction of weirdness. Anyway, cooking is obviously not ideal. Eating tropical tree-ripened fruit is going to be a whole lot better. However, there might be a reason why you're eating cooked, and you can check out other videos we have on that subject. For now, I'm doing it. I'm here in Norway. It's snow outside and there's only bananas. Persimmons are going out of season. So I'm gonna enjoy my meal. I'm really hungry, ready for food, and then I'm gonna relax. So hope this video has been educational and that you will steam your food. It is the best way of cooking. Yeah, that is all. So thanks for watching. Have a nice day and see you around.